Things are somewhat quiet on this list of the best Android tablets, as we've yet to see any new models that have captured our attention and won a position on this list. We test all the tablets below and fully review them, so we don't take selection of the best Android tablets lightly. We have listed the best Android tablets 2024 and their key features. You need to consider this to help you choose the best one for you. For more information on the product, as always, I've included a link in the description box down below, which are updated with the best prices on each product. Like the video, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned till the end so you don't miss anything. Now let's get started. Number 5. Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra Android Tablet. The Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra needs to be perfect to justify its high price tag, and it somehow manages to exceed expectations. It's the best large Android tablet, and it holds its own against the iPad Pro in everything except pro-level music and video editing. Multitasking is a breeze, and Samsung has been doing productivity on Android so long it makes other tablet makers look amateurish, even Google and Lenovo. If you love big screens and want a friendlier productivity tool than a laptop, the Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra will amaze enthusiasts and please die-hard fans alike. If you need a big tablet, you won't find anything better than the Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra, and that's by design. Samsung has been polishing and refining its tablets and productivity software longer than any other tablet maker, even Apple. There are some limitations that keep this from being a total laptop replacement. Those are mostly Android's fault, and the accessories should be much more polished. Still, the tablet itself is almost perfect in every way, and if you can afford this big Ultra, you'll be happy every time you use it. Choosing a huge Android tablet is a commitment, especially if this is going to be your primary productivity tool. You can definitely make it work, and there are not many limitations that keep Android and all of its apps from replacing a Windows or Mac OS machine, and certainly a Chromebook. Still, you can also get a 15-inch MacBook Air M2 for around the same price, and powerful as it is, the Tab S9 Ultra's Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 chip can't compete with a desktop-class processor. There are some areas where the Tab S9 Ultra can't keep up with the hardware in its big Android competitor, the Lenovo Tab Extreme, but the software and features are so much easier to use that I would pick the Samsung over its rival any day. Number 4. OnePlus Pad. The OnePlus Pad has a lot going for it. Its Dimensity 9000 CPU provides solid performance, and you get over 13 hours of battery life. Curved edges make it comfortable to hold for hours, and its centered 13MP rear camera allows for easier photo snapping. The OnePlus Pad sets a new standard for Android tablets, especially at $479. At a glance, the OnePlus Pad could be mistaken for an iPad. On closer inspection, its distinctive features become more apparent. Unlike the flat-sided iPads and Galaxy Tabs, the OnePlus Pad has curved edges along its sides and bottom. This makes the tablet feel more ergonomic and comfortable to hold since it doesn't have sharp edges digging into your palm. There's a cutout with a flat edge on the top side, if holding the tablet in landscape mode, that's perfectly sized to magnetically attach and charge the OnePlus stylus. The OnePlus Pad's 11.6-inch display has an unusual 7.5 aspect ratio. OnePlus says this aspect ratio will let you see more lines of an ebook, and that more rows of a spreadsheet can be listed. In practice, I found that the 7:5 aspect ratio doesn't make a meaningful difference when reading books or when looking at a spreadsheet. The OnePlus Pad's 4 speakers delivered good sound when watching videos or listening to podcasts. Even with the volume cranked to max when watching the aforementioned Fast X video, everything came through crystal clear with no distortion or other audio hiccups. I fired up some of my favorite music tracks and got mixed results. While Iron Maiden's Aces High sounded good, with clear distinction between the vocals and instruments at max volume, Symphony X's Nevermore sounded like a garbled mess, even at medium volume. The MediaTek Dimensity 9000 chip powering the OnePlus Pad is fast. In fact, this is one of the fastest and most responsive Android tablets I've tested. Opening and closing apps, scrolling through web pages and playing games was a breeze. Number 3. Lenovo Legion Y700 Gaming Tablet. Each benchmark score shown on this page is the median of all the results submitted by users for this device. For popular models, the median scores are calculated from thousands of benchmark results. Some people test their device under less than ideal conditions. For example, the device may be too hot or have other apps running in the background. These results tend to lower the average score, but we include them in the calculation because it provides a better indication of real-world performance. You may get a higher score when testing your own device under optimal conditions. The battery life shown for a device is the median of all benchmark results for that model. Battery life is very sensitive to changes in screen brightness. While we recommending calibrating the screen brightness to 200 CDM2 nits when testing battery life, this setting cannot be enforced by the benchmark app. As a result, the range of battery life scores submitted by the public is much wider than that seen when testing under controlled conditions. The popularity rating is based on the total number of benchmark results submitted across all tests in the last 30 days. This page is updated daily. For gaming, Lenovo provides you with their Legion Realm software, the same one found on their gaming phones. It will theoretically add any game automatically, but it doesn't always work. It missed some games and oddly added the Adobe Sketchbook app and Wacom's Bamboo app. Thankfully, you can add any game, any app for that matter, manually by swiping up, app drawer appears, then tap, and holding on the app you want until two options appear. The writing is in Chinese, but one has a plus sign and the other a garbage can, so it's easy to figure out. And for the rare compatible app, it will show you cover art rather than the normal icon. As has been covered elsewhere, it scores over 700,000 in Antutu and about 950-2900 in Geekbench. Number 2, Google Pixel Tablet Pad with Charging Speaker. When one company like Apple so thoroughly dominates the tablet market, how do you make your device stand out? In the case of the Google Pixel Tablet $499, it's by literally including a stand. In its dock, the Google Pixel Tablet looks very similar to the Google Nest Hub Max, albeit slightly larger. The Nest Hub Max has a smaller screen, but its base is larger than that of the Pixel Tablet. The Pixel Tablet sits on its fabric-covered base at a slight angle, so it's easy to view when you're sitting down on your couch. The tablet's wide viewing angles also help in this regard. The tablet's bezels are about a half-inch wide, roughly the same as the 10th generation iPad. The tablet's case has a slightly rough texture that's not gritty enough to be unpleasant, but helped keep the tablet secure in my sweaty hands. As a benefit, it doesn't show fingerprints at all. The Google Pixel Tablet's 11-inch 2560x1600 display was pleasantly bright and crisp. When watching Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings on the Disney Plus app, the bright crimsons and jade greens in the village of Ta Lo really popped off the screen. Its viewing angles were also very wide. I could sit well off-center of the screen and still be able to see all the colors accurately. It's great when you're watching a movie with a companion, or trying to have a video call and cram your entire family next to you. Both cameras on the Pixel tablet sport the same specs. 8-nit quality f2.0 with an 84-degree field of view. They can both record video at 1080p or 30 FPS, which is good, but not as good as competing tablets. The iPad, Samsung Galaxy Tab S8, and the OnePlus Pad can all shoot 4K video. One great feature on the Pixel tablet is continuous framing. Similar to the iPad's center stage, Google's camera will automatically pan and zoom to keep you in the center of the frame while you're on a video call. Number 1, Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 Android tablet. The Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 has two faces, working both as a second screen for a computer or laptop and as a powerful tool for gaming or streaming media. It works well for both with its built-in stand, large battery, great screen and speaker quality, and giant size all impressing us. A few small issues arising from its design don't affect the experience much, though some might find the lack of a rear camera annoying. Most people buy a tablet as a useful alternative to a laptop that they can carry around and work with. But our time testing the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 saw us using it as much as an accessory to our work laptop as a replacement for it. This is a premium Android tablet from Lenovo, as part of its Yoga line, which is mostly full of laptops. Announced at MWC 2021, but only released a while after, it's a super useful slate that we found just as useful for productivity as it was for entertainment. As the name suggests, the Lenovo Yoga Tab 13 has a 13-inch screen, which makes it just a hair bigger than the iPad Pro 12.9. No prizes for guessing how big that is. It's a display that's big and bold, just as useful for watching TV shows as it is trawling through documents. There are a few features that make the slate great for working. Firstly, the tablet has a built-in kickstand, so you can easily prop it up without needing a case or separate holder. You can also use this for hanging the slate off things, according to Lenovo, but that seems a bit weird to us. The slate has a massive speaker too, housed in the stand section at the bottom, so you can easily hear calls and music, and its micro HDMI port lets you easily plug it into another computer or device. That's how we used it as a second screen for our work laptop. Using the device in HDMI mode like this does drain the tablet's battery quite quickly, so you'll need to plug it in via the USB-C port at the same time, and since this is opposite the micro HDMI one.